All right, you entered into a plea bargain agreement of no contest. Was your plea on December 18th? Court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court found you guilty.
Flashback.
You're charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Did you understand that to be the plea?
What?
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that you be sentenced no more than 12 years in the state jail facility. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They are asking that your fine be $1,500. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They don't want you to have probation. Do you understand?
I have to say so.
Now, here's the thing. Now is not the time to say anything. Now's the time to just answer the questions that I'm asking of you. Do you understand that the state is asking that you be sentenced anywhere from 180 days up to 1 year in the state jail facility? Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that they're asking that your fine be assessed at $1,500? Do you understand that they don't want you to have probation? They want you sentenced to time at the state jail facility. Do you understand? Do you understand that to be your plea?
That they want, yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is the plea.
State, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
End of flashback.
And a PSI and TAP evaluation was ordered. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 12 months in the state jail facility, and there's a $1,500 fine. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI or TAP evaluation, State?
Objection.
No objection.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, State, you are opposed to the application. Any witnesses?
No witnesses, Judge.
Any witnesses?
Just my client.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll lower your hand and state your name for the record.
Adani Sabs.
All right, you may proceed, defense.
Ms. Hobbs, can you just tell the judge why we're applying for probation today?
I realized I made some bad choices and stuff like that. Because my last son is graduating this year and he's going to the Marines.
I'm sorry, it's
He's
going
going to
through
the Marines.
Okay,
And I haven't been there for my kids, but I was there, recently, lately and stuff. And I've been working very hard. I don't do drugs anymore. I don't do none of that stuff. I just have a little bit of alcohol problem, and that's it. But other than that, I really want to see my son leave.
And Ms. Hobbs, do you understand that you have an issue with alcohol?
Yes, I do.
And do you also have some mental health issues? Is that right?
Yes, I do. I'm bipolar and PTSD.
And are you asking the judge to give you some help today to get some treatment for the alcohol issues and your mental health issues?
Yes, I do. Yes, I will. Yes, I am.
And if the judge grants you this probation or deferred communication, are you going to be able to successfully complete that probation?
100%. My babies, yes, 100%.
Ms. Hobbs, tell me a little bit about your living situation. Where are you living right now?
I live with my mother-in-law's house, and she left it to my sister-in-law now. They've been there for over 50 years. I lived right with my husband before he passed away 7 years ago, right behind the street next to, behind K Street and stuff, where my mother-in-law lives for 15 years. And then after he passed away, I went to my mother-in-law's.
And so how long have you been living in that house?
I lived there for at least 8 years now, since my husband passed.
And who else is in the house with you?
My sister-in-law, my 3 boys.
And how old are your boys?
My boys, my oldest one is 20, and my second to the oldest one is 18, and this one is 17. My youngest is 17.
And before you were arrested for this offense, had you been working?
Yes, down the street where it's all older people and stuff, and I clean their houses for them and stuff like that. I've been there for 5 years cleaning the same houses. Up and down the street, I got 6 on my street, and on the street after that, I have 2 more houses over there.
And Ms. Hobbs, is that the kind of job that you would be able to pick back up when you're released?
Yes, ma'am. I know a lot of people for forever. Yes, sir.
Judge, I think that's all I've got for right now.
All right. Any questions?
Ms. Sauter, so you would agree with me that you have a criminal record that dates back to the year 1997, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been placed on probation multiple times in misdemeanor and felony cases, is that correct?
3 times, and then there's supposed to be 3 times. I passed 1.
Okay. Well, okay, let's talk about that a little. So in 1997, you were placed on misdemeanor probation for theft. And originally you were given 1 year deferred adjudication. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay. And so then on that one, you had multiple motions to find you guilty, and then you were found guilty, and then a motion to revoke your probation and send you to the Bexar County Jail was filed. Do you recall that?
And we call it that, it's been so long. I'm 50 years old now, so.
I understand. And so then on that probation, you ultimately got sentenced to 6 months Bexar County Jail. Does that sound about right?
Okay.
Okay. And then again in 2008, you are placed on deferred adjudication, and multiple motions to revoke are filed, and then ultimately you're sentenced to 11 months in Bexar County Jail. Does that sound about right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then in 2015, you were placed on felony probation, and then had about 3 motions to revoke your probation, and then ultimately sentenced to 9 months in state jail. Does that sound about right?
Okay.
And then as recently as 2023, you were found guilty of the felony offense of theft of property of sentenced to 6 months in state jail. Does that sound about right? Okay. And so what is different now than all the other times that you were on probation and unable to successfully?
Back then, I was running wild and stuff like that. I grew up a lot. I'm 50 years old, my kids, now that they're older and stuff, I see a lot that I've done that I haven't done with them, that they're grown up already, and I regret
Bad financial decision.
a lot of things that I've done. But, I was taking a lot of things that away from me and stuff, and I just, like I said, my son is going to go to the Marines, and I'm so proud of him. I just want to be there.
And I understand
this.
and so I know you've acknowledged that you have an issue with alcohol, but when the top evaluator asked you if you had any issues with any like drugs or illegal substances, you said no, right?
No, I told her I had weed. I had some weed,
Okay, so that's kind of what I'm
medicating.
So that's what I want to talk to you about, because you told her that you have an issue with marijuana, but on the date that you were arrested, you were in possession.
I told her I was self-medicating with my weed.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So I guess you're telling the court that at this time you have an issue with marijuana and alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you. No further questions.
All right. Of course, I'm never aware of anyone's criminal history at the time I take a plea. I become aware of it after the plea. Based upon what I'm seeing in her criminal history, it's a lot of thefts. It's a lot of other cases. And there are some drug issues. And it seems that that's the cause of the cases that she was placed on probation for and that were revoked. So there are other things that are going on. So, does anyone think it's appropriate to do a referral to Esperanza Court?
I have a question.
All right. So if you all will just have a seat, any objections to me emailing the judge who is over Esperanza Court to see how long it would take to do an evaluation?
Not at all.
All right, and if you want to talk to your client about the Esperanza Court, you're looking at an 18 months program. And what I can tell you, if I grant your application and you're with Esperanza Court will make the decision over whether or not you should be in inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment. It's an intensive program. All of the specialty courts are intensive programs, and they are able to supervise you at a higher level than I can on this caseload. All right.
Yes.
I believe Meredith Chacon is a part of Esperanza Court, so you may want to call her as well. And I think also, I know for sure Meredith Chacon. I can't.
A few moments later.
All right. Oh, Miss Saab, if you come up, because this is about you. Thank you for coming over so quickly. But once I saw her criminal history, I was thinking, this would be a good program for her. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grant her application, but I'm going to have her remain in custody until a transfer or an evaluation is completed with Esperanza Court.
Yes.
And then if for some reason you all don't accept her, I'll figure out another placement. Okay? Oh, thank you. I'm holding you to that. Thank you so much for coming over so quickly. I really appreciate that. All right, thank you. All right, so you have options, right? And I want you to discuss it with your attorney before we go on the record. I'll grant your application, but you're going to be referred to Esperanza Court. If Esperanza Court doesn't accept you, then I'm going to have you remain in custody for felony drug court. And I know they have a dual diagnosis program there as well. Or if you want, I can find you guilty and I'll sentence you to do your time at the state jail facility. And according to your plea bargain agreement, they're asking for a cap of 12 months. I'll give her 10 months at the state jail facility. So if y'all discuss and let me know. Anyone else ready?
I will be shortly, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, everyone, again, we are recessing at 12. Parties re-announced for the record.
David Rodriguez for the defendant.
All right, and you're Ms. Sobbs?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Sobbs, you had a chance to confer with Esperanza Court. My understanding, Defense Esperanza Court was able to interview her and they think that she will be eligible for the program?
Correct, Judge.
All right. And Ms. Sobbs, you want to be considered for the Esperanza Court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation. This is what the court will order. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 12 months in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. The defendant is to remain in custody until transfer to Esperanza Court. And there's to be a referral to Esperanza Court. If not accepted into Esperanza Court, then there will be a referral to felony drug court. There's to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Probation, is there anything else? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. That is a good program, but it's a hard program. Once they accept you into that program, I will no longer be seeing you. They will be in charge of the conditions, and the conditions I've set for you, they may want to change those. They're allowed to do so. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Next time I see you, hopefully it will be for you to come in, say, I'm doing great. And during your graduation, if I'm here, I will come to your graduation.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, who's here on Albert Santana?